I've never seen anything built so fast in my life before, to be totally frank. I've seen some crazy things. So, I think it's like, I really think China is the future. That's very impressive. And there's also some great progress on entrepreneurial rocket companies in China as well. I believe 2 have made orbit, and it's very difficult, very hard to make orbit. Achieving orbit, I have great respect. This is very hard. Yeah.
I think why we needed that many jobs.
Sure.
Right? My view is that the jobs, actually every technology revolution people start to worry. Right? Last 200 years we worry about the new technology going to take away all the jobs. Actually, we made a lot of jobs. Second, because of the industrial revolution, job created a lot of jobs. What I think is the next 20, 30 years, human being will live much longer. The life science technology is going to make people live probably 100, 120 years. That may not be a good thing because you get grandfather's grandfather still working hard. But the challenge is, why should we have a lot of jobs? I think people should work 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. When we have electricity, the power of electricity is that we make people more time. So you can go to the karaoke in the evening, you can go to dancing party in the evening. So people, because of electricity, people have more time. I think because of artificial intelligence, people will have more time enjoy being human beings. In your life, in my life, I think I visited probably 300 cities in my life. My father visited 30 cities. My grandfather would visit only 3 cities. So my grandchildren probably will visit 3,000 cities all his life. He's always on the Tesla. He's always on the robots, always traveling around. So I don't think we need a lot of jobs. At that time, the jobs we need is make people happier, make people experience the life, enjoy the human beings. So I don't worry about the jobs a lot. First, we are going to have a lot of jobs. Second, we don't need a lot of jobs. Third, there's a very interesting thing, because we'll probably talk about life. In the agriculture period, average age is like 30, 35 years old. In the industrial period, technology revolution, people can live 70 years. So in the artificial intelligence period, people can live 120 years, that's I think. Now the problem comes, when people's life is getting better, people don't want to have children. When your grandfather is there, you don't want to have children. At that time, we are going to have a lot of jobs with nobody want to do it. So we need artificial intelligence, the robots to take care of the old guys. For sure, you will not be happy, or you were happy, because when your grandfather said, oh, I need to work tomorrow, then that's a disaster. So I think we cannot predict the future, but we should be ready that we are going to enter into the area that everybody can live 120 years. And we have more new problems that come up. So that's my view about jobs. Don't worry about it. We will have jobs.
Yeah. I think that, over time, AI will make jobs kind of pointless. Probably the last job that will remain will be writing AI software, and then eventually the AI will just write its own software. So, I don't know, I suppose I would recommend studying engineering, physics, that kind of thing, or working on something where people just want to interact with other people. And people enjoy fundamentally interacting with other people. So if you're working on something that involves people or engineering, it's probably a good approach. Art, of course. Yeah. Like I said, I think we're going to have to figure out this Neuralink situation. Otherwise, we will be left behind. It's very important we do this quickly. I think time, we don't have much time.
We don't have much time for what?
We don't have much time to solve the Neuralink.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you think of like technology and technology awareness. It's like if there was like a topological map of technology awareness, it's mostly flat, with a few short buildings and then some very tall spires. And unless you're on that very tall spire, it's not obvious what the topology is.
Yeah. I never worry about the things that I cannot solve. I let other people to solve it. Sure. If nobody can solve it, just let it be. That's my life. Oh, let's talk about education. I'm quite interested about education. Can we? Yeah. So what knowledge or skills will be useful to master the future? Do you have any advice for young professionals who want to pursue a career in AI? Young professionals. I don't think we will have professionals on AI in the future. Well, I worry a lot about, people worry about jobs, but I worry about education. All the education systems, the things we teach our kids, the way we teach our kids are mainly designed for the industrial period. And I'm sure the machine will be much cleverer than human beings in the future. How can human beings do better? Human beings should be smarter. Human beings should be wiser. So how can we be human beings to be wiser or smarter? I think that we should change the way of education, change the things, because in the past we focused a lot about, remember things. Computer can remember better than you are. We want to calculate faster, computer can calculate much faster. We want to run faster, computer can run much faster than you are. So human beings should have confidence by being more creative, more constructive. So how can we teach our kids to be more creative and constructive? And I think this is the key of the education. And I want spending more time on training kids on arts, on painting, on singing, on dancing. On these are the creative things that make people live like humans. Don't worry about machines. For sure, we should understand one thing, that man can never make another man. Computer is a computer. Computer is just a toy. Man cannot even make a mosquito. So we should have confidence. Computer only have chips. Man have the heart. It's the heart where the wisdom comes from. So I think in the next 10 or 20 years, human beings or every country, every government should focus on reform the education system, making sure our kids be able to find jobs in the future, be able to live in a life that only working 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. And that is very important. If we do not change the education system that we are in, we are all going to be in trouble. That's my view, and don't worry about it. We will change it.
Yeah, that's cool. Sure.
Thank you.
I would say try to learn as much as possible that allows you to predict the future or make the future. So they're saying is the best way to predict the future is to make it. And then assess whether what you're learning is enabling you to predict the future with less error. Are you less wrong? We're always wrong to some degree. But can you reduce the error on your future predictions? I think that's the way to look at education. As of course, but it's both create the future, and predict the future. So that includes art and all those other things. But close the loop on being less wrong about future. I would say that's the right way to think about education. I mean, down the road with a Neuralink, you can just upload any subject instantly. So it'll be like the Matrix. You want to fly a helicopter, no problem. Well, helicopters will fly themselves, but if you wanted to do whatever, any given skill, we just upload it instantly. I mean, the way education works right now, it's extremely low bandwidth. It's extremely slow. Lectures are the worst, really. It's like very slow. Yeah, just try to predict the future with less error. This is very hard, as you were saying. I'm not sure it's 99.9%, but it's not very good, generally, our prediction of the future. But I think often people don't try. The first thing is try. If you don't try, okay, you got to try, and then adjust based on the error of your prior predictions.
Yeah, I think just to try is very good. We should always have the confidence to try the future. And I never worry about the errors and the mistakes. Errors and mistakes that are the best assets of human lives. And humans, I think that when people worry about the disasters that AI is going to bring in, I think it's not the disasters. It's the mistakes.